it's a cool design. I like it actually. Where Godzilla kind of reminds me more of a dinosaur, Agon reminds me more of a dragon, since Agon, you know, it's just short for atomic dragon. But I mean, I like the design. It's cool. The suit was reused in the Space Giants. I think the enemy was actually just called Dinosaur, and then they used again. The suit was used again in that same series for an enemy called Agon. Really clever, changing one letter. But I mean, it was a cool design. It was not the most detailed, but again, budget. It did what it could. It had this neat little breathing apparatus in the neck, which I thought was a nice touch they put on it. But the suit itself is far from anything spectacular, but again, within the budget constraints, it's done completely in black and white, so I would imagine money was tight for this specific project. Special effects, again, I pretty much covered it all right there. Not the best. Actually, I mean, even for a television series, they're pretty low. They're pretty subpar. Effects you do see, some of the backgrounds for Agon are pretty poor. The miniatures aren't very well done. Any of the blue screen effects with Agon characters aren't very well done. His flamethrower is just, you know, you can't really, his fire breath is essentially just like Gamera, where it was just real fire being shot out of the head, which I will dock points for that, because Gamera did it, and I mean, there's only so much you could do with the effect. At least you couldn't see the pipe in the mouth like you could with Yongari. At least I didn't notice it. But I mean, again, I said this was going to be short. There's not a lot to the movie. Again, it's this television series. It's really hard to make sense of everything that's happening if it doesn't have subtitles. At least for me, can't really read Japanese, and you know, I can't speak it either. So I mean, I can generally know certain things they're saying, but it's really, and I can get the gist of a movie, but it's really hard to really get grasp everything out of it when it's entirely in Japanese. So that about the film, kind of wanted how my overview of the entire thing. It was an enjoyable. I can't even say that. I wanted it to be enjoyable. I really did. I heard about this film long time ago on Kaiju File forums, and they were talking, you know, in the obscure. There's a section of nothing but obscure Kaiju films, and I've seen this. So I was like, well, that would be pretty sweet to watch. You know, I've heard of this, and then the usual place I go and get videos, I mentioned in an earlier video, if you want to know what it is, just go back and look for it. The usual place I get videos from, I seen it on there and I was like, I gotta have this, you know, I need to see it, it's obscure, you know, I've never ever seen this, I have to have it, I gotta be one of the few people in the world that's actually seen it. Even out of Kaiju fans, I guarantee there's a huge majority of them that have not seen this. And that's probably all it's good for. Like, honestly, the film isn't very good. I wanted it to be good, I really did, and it's not like the scenes of the monster blowing up stuff is pretty cool. I mean, it doesn't take much to entertain me as a Kaiju fan. You need a monster blowing stuff up, and it happens, you know, decently often, but there's like times in the second half where we'll show Agon, he's not really doing anything. He's like standing there with a boat in his mouth, like jiggling around, and you know, it's just really hard to explain. Like, it's not even that it's all in Japanese, because I've watched shows all in Japanese where I could just sit and like, well, I could sit through this and enjoy it. I generally know what's going on. I watched the entire Ultra Galaxy series and Ultra Galaxy Neo without subtitles in Japanese, and I thoroughly enjoyed them. no, it's not even, it's not that did it for me. It was just boring almost. Like I was into it like the first half. Like once I get past like maybe, because it's broken into 4 parts, 2 parts per episode, and I think this gets towards the end of the first episode, and I just like, it's really hard to keep my attention. Like I'm just sitting there and I'm like, yes, I want to enjoy this, and it's just like nothing's happening to make me want to enjoy this. It's very watered down. It seems like there's a lot of character interaction. Again, doesn't bother me even if it's all in Japanese, but it's really hard to, I don't know, there's something about, you really just need to see it almost. And I would recommend, I would just not even recommend this. I mean, I would go through the place I usually get my videos if you're going to get it, but because the video's not the best, but it's from an old source VHS, and it's really hard to get like a straight DVD copy of it, like a good quality DVD copy. But you can see it. You'll know with the video clips I'm putting in here what the quality is actually like. But if you really just want, like, I need this piece of obscure kaiju film in my collection, and that is really what I wanted to like get from it. And even though it's not that good, I think it's actually a very poor film, series, television. I mean, it's not even a movie, but it's, you know, as a little short series. I like having it in my collection. So like I said, like I have Agon the Atomic Dragon, and we could watch, like I could watch it with people and show them, like this is like how it was, like all the different types of Japanese monster movies, that there isn't just Godzilla. And some people might enjoy it, but I just had a really hard time getting into it. And some of you might like it, some of you out there might like it, but I would recommend it strictly out of curiosity, or if you just want it in your collection. I don't know. I have to give it a 1 out of 5. I mean, if the movie has to at least hold my interest. It has to at least hold my interest for me to even give it a 2. Like, I have to sit down and watch the entire thing and get a 2 out of it. Like, I have to enjoy it to some extent. And this is just going to be like, I'm going to give it like I'm going to say like a strong 1. Like, it's not like bottom of the barrel, but it's like the top of the worst almost. I don't know, it's really hard, like I said, it's really hard to explain unless you've seen it. You might enjoy this type of thing. I just couldn't get into it. But there you have it, Agon the Atomic Dragon, an obscure kaiju film that I'm hoping a lot of you haven't seen. And some of these clips from this maybe will showcase and be like, oh well, you know, maybe I want to see this. Maybe I'll like it. You know, I would. I mean, it's the place I get it from is very reasonable, good shipping. It wasn't very expensive. You know, easy navigating menus. It's good stuff. Again, get it if you really just think you need it. But that's going to be it for this week's episode. I'm working on my next one. 20 is going to be Matango. My wife requested that. She really wants it done. I was planning on doing it here, but I'm going to wait till we move and do it. So next time you guys see me, I will be in Tennessee for sure. I'm leaving on the 31st. So until then, you guys take care.